Hey everybody, it's Bruce Kulick here.
Hey, it's Tommy Thayer from KISS, and you are watching Tales of a KISS Geek with Glenn Walker. How about that?
Hey KISS Army, and welcome to Tales of a KISS Geek. So in this one, I thought I'd talk about the songs that are on KISS studio albums that don't belong there. So what I mean by this is Rock and Roll Over is a great album, Destroyer is a great album, but maybe Great Expectations would fit better on Psycho Circus. Maybe Take Me would fit better on Dress to Kill. It's all opinion. This is purely my opinion, and I'm not doing this based on whether I like the song or whether I dislike the song. It's purely the songs I feel don't necessarily fit the overall vibe of the album. Let's get into it, shall we? So the debut KISS album, we have Strutter, Nothing to Lose, Firehouse, Cold Gin, Let Me Know, Kiss in Time, Deuce, Love Team, 100,000 Years, and Black Diamond. I don't think anybody can argue whether you dislike some songs or whether you like some of these songs. I don't think anyone can really argue that there's a song that doesn't fit this album. Even Love Team from KISS, I think the overall vibe of it is the sound of the debut album. So for me, this one's solid. Okay, so Hotter Than Hell's a bit of a strange one for me. I love some songs on this. I'm not too crazy about some other songs that some of you really, really love. I feel that some of the songs work better in Unplugged. I thought some were better in Symphony and on like a live, for instance, and things like this. Got to Choose works on the album. Okay, fair enough. We've gotten the intro to the album. We know what we're in for. Got to Choose, Parasite, okay, fits the album. I might add, I'm not a great big fan of Parasite, but you can't argue that it fits the sound of this album. Going Blind. That's one that I'm kind of torn between. Does Going Blind truly fit the sound of the Hotter Than Hell album? Let's find out. Hotter Than Hell does, Let Me Go Rock and Roll does, All the Way definitely does, Watching You, Mainline. Yeah, I think Mainline fits it. Coming Home and Strange Ways. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Hotter Than Hell as well. I think this is a perfect album. Dress to Kill is an album that I think is gonna be, for me, Dress to Kill, like probably many of you guys, it's just like one long song. I can't just listen to 1, 2, 3 songs, it's the whole album. Room Service, Two Timer, Ladies in Waiting, Getaway, Rock Bottom. No, this is a joke if I take any of these songs off the album. This is an album that truly deserves it. We're not counting live albums, we're not counting compilation albums or solo albums. It's purely just KISS studio albums. Destroyer. Now, I have a feeling that Destroyer is going to be the first album that I take something off it and put it on a different album. Let's see. Detroit Rock City belongs there. King of the Nighttime World belongs there. God of Thunder, you can't argue. Great Expectations. Okay, remember Great Expectations. Flaming Youth, Sweet Pain, Shout It Out Loud, Beth. You know what, I'm gonna leave Beth in there for the diversity. Do You Love Me? Okay. Great Expectations is our number 1. So, Great Expectations, number 1. I don't think it belongs on this album. We'll have to put it on a different album. Next one. Rock and Roll Over, I can't argue. Every song stays. Love Gun. Okay, I'm gonna take off Then She Kissed Me from Love Gun. Great Expectations, Then She Kissed Me. Dynasty, I think, is another album that just sounds the way it's supposed to. Every song adds something to the album and belongs there. Unmasked, I have a feeling it's going to be the same, because yeah, there are some songs that some of us don't like on this. There are some of the quirky, cheesier songs on this, but hey, it's a quirky, cheesy album. So yeah. Unmasked as well. So these are all pretty concise so far, but don't worry, we're going to get into albums that will be taking off a song to make the album better. So, music from the Elder now. The Ode. I'm not going to include things like Fanfare, Just a Boy, okay. Just a Boy, Dark Light, Only You Under the Rose. Yeah, I think that's one of these albums that we can't touch as well, because every song does belong there as a story. We're not quite sure what that story is, but every song belongs there nonetheless. Creatures of the Night. Let's see. Okay. That album stays. Lick It Up is solid. Animalize is solid. Asylum solid. Crazy Nights I think is solid as well. I don't think there's anything... And remember that I'm not doing this based on if I like the songs, if I don't. It's purely based on, does this song fit the sound of the album? So, for instance, when you hear Hell or High Water, does it fit the sound of Crazy Nights? Or Hotter Than Hell? Like, which one? So, that's the premise that I'm doing this based on. Next album is Hot in the Shade, a very underrated album, in my opinion. I love Hot in the Shade. Okay, one song I'm going to take off Hot in the Shade. Boomerang. Yeah, I'm going to take off Boomerang. So I feel, in my opinion, that Boomerang doesn't fit the sound of the album. Lots of people say it's their favourite song from this album, but actually I would even say that, I would even think that it's their favourite song from the album, almost because it doesn't sound like the album, because they're not fans of Hot in the Shade. So I'm taking off Boomerang because I don't think it necessarily fits the vibe of Hot in the Shade. Next album, Revenge. I know I'll be taking off one or two songs on this one. Okay, I'm gonna take off Every Time I Look at You, because I don't feel like it fits. This is a balls to the walls album, as they claimed Monster was. This, in my opinion, is the balls to the walls Kiss album. And their best of the 90s. I'm sorry, Carnival of Souls fans, but it's their best studio release of the 90s. Allegedly, in my opinion. It's not your opinion, maybe you agree with me. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. It's just my opinion. Yeah, Every Time I Look at You comes off. Next album is Carnival of Souls. No, every song belongs. Every song belongs. Guys, you guys feel free to do this as well, and I want to know your lists. Let me know in the comments below if you think there's a song that doesn't belong on a certain Kiss album. And keep in mind, it's not whether you like the song or don't, it's just, does that fit the album? Does Dangerous truly belong on Sonic Boom? Let's find out. But first, Psycho Circus. This is gonna sound very, very weird, very strange, like it doesn't make any sense. As strange and diverse as Psycho Circus is as an album, like some songs are hard hitting, some songs are very pop, some songs are, we have Peter doing I Finally Found My Way, it's very much a ballad song. I don't think any of these songs would fit on another Kiss album. And I purely mean there's no altering with mixing, and maybe if I have more bass here or take off the keys here, I mean purely just pluck a song off this album and put it onto another Kiss album. I think this all belongs as one album, is what I think. Now we're getting to the underrated one. The album that nobody talks about, and if it's ever spoken about, people bash it, and it gets very much a bad rap, and I think it doesn't deserve the bad rap. I think that maybe people went in with very high expectations or great expectations, but it was my introduction to Kiss. I mean, as the first new album coming out in my Kiss fandom. I remember it coming out, I've been a Kiss fan since 2007. This came out in 2009. I remember going on Kiss Online and seeing they had like the, I'm gonna try and pull it up on the screen if I can find it. Not the real album cover we see now, But that album cover without the color, basically like a kind of sketch, digital, like etch of the album cover, if that makes any sort of sense. And I was just so excited. They released I remember going on Kiss Online. I went on Kiss Online every day on the computer, not the laptop or the phone or anything like that, but on a computer. And I remember them releasing like pictures from a photo shoot with the new Sonic Boom tour costumes, and I thought they looked so cool. Tommy looked badass, and to me Tommy is still the coolest costume from that Sonic Boom era. And actually, it's my favourite Tommy Thayer costume he's worn in Kiss. But that's not what we're here to talk about. What song am I ripping off Sonic Boom?
7 hours later.
Can't do it, you got me. I can't take a song off Sonic Boom. Can't do it. Monster is next. No, I think there's nothing you can take off Monster either. I think Sonic Boom and Monster sound like complete albums that there's nothing you can take off either one of them. Now, again, it's not whether we like a certain song or whether we don't. It sounds like it fits on Monster. I don't really think, and what I mean by that is, some songs you could take off Monster and put on Sonic Boom and it would work. Some songs you could take off Sonic Boom, put on Monster, and it's gonna work. But there's no song that I feel you can take off of Monster because it doesn't fit the sound. I feel every single song on Monster, whether it's All for the Love of Rock and Roll or Last Chance, it sounds like it belongs on Monster, so it deserves to be there. So that's what I think. And guys, I want to hear your lists. Let me know what you guys think. And I'm going to be doing another video where I state my opinion on what album I feel they should have gone on. So what should Great Expectations have been on? And what should any of these songs have been on? And I'm including the entire catalogue, so it doesn't matter that Great Expectations, the last album they put out was Destroyer. I'm going straight to Monster. So I'm gonna place that album on whatever, I'm gonna place that song on whatever album I feel is more appropriate. So I hope this was a fun one. I enjoyed doing this. Let me know if you have any video ideas or if you have your own lists yourself. Please post them in the comments below. Guys, I want to say thank you very much for watching Tales of a Kiss Geek. If you like what you see, press like. If you want to see more, press subscribe. Hope to see you guys in the next one, and you have a great day.
Everybody, it's Bruce Kulick here, and you're watching Tales of a Kiss Geek.